right, yeah, I'm Scott McMicken from the rock and roll band Dr. And we're based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
All right. So, have you ever visited or performed in Birmingham before?
Several times, yeah. We've been coming to Birmingham for, I'd say, over a decade.
Okay.
We used to play at the Bottle Tree.
Yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 times at the Bottle Tree, and then played at Work Play a bunch of times. And I think that's it. I think those are the two.
Yeah.
Mostly the 2 places we've played.
Yeah. How was performing at Bottle Tree?
I love Bottle Tree.
Yeah.
I heard it's gone, but
It
reopened in a different capacity.
Yeah, in Saturn.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the new Bottle Tree.
I'm sure it's great. They had that place dialed, like, yeah, it had a very, from what I understood, like the owner was in a touring band and stuff, so grasped the concept of the things you were really excited to see if you were on the road.
Right.
And yeah, the vibe was awesome there.
Yeah. It's a cool venue. We're sad it's gone, but we're glad to have Saturn.
Yeah, what's it, a little bigger?
Yeah, it's a little bigger, and it has a whole extra bar side to it too, which is cool. So it's really nice. Hopefully you guys can perform there.
Yeah,
sometime. So what have been your impressions of the city? And coming here for a decade, have you seen it change at all?
No, I mean, honestly, I have very little perspective on the place in a total sense, you know? I mean, that's kind of the irony of traveling for 12 years and really not knowing much about other than the fact that the Bottle Tree is now Saturn, you know?
Right.
Or that the Work Play has been the same for 10 years or whatever, you know? I haven't really ventured out past the immediate area of those 2 venues, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much of a perspective on the place at large.
Right. Well, so there's a lot of good music coming out of Alabama right now. Do you have any favorite Alabama artists, or have you heard about kind of what's going on down in the South?
I don't think I have, no.
Really?
I mean, maybe I have. Like, who are you talking about?
Alabama Shake,
well, of course,
Jason Isbell.
Jason Isbell, yeah. Well,
Anderson East, Dylan LeBlanc, they're both from here too.
I just met Dylan LeBlanc. He's here,
he's
right?
Cool, yeah. He just finished, I think.
Yeah, he seemed like a really awesome guy.
So
I love the Shake. Saw them play last night. We were at Forecastle in Louisville.
Yeah.
And they put on a phenomenal show.
Yeah, they're great.
So good.
Yeah.
And I love Jason Isbell. I know he's been around forever, but I just recently got into him.
Yeah, he's great.
Kind of blowing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of blowing up now in his solo career.
Right.
So he's been really great.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about traveling around and performing shows in different places?
Well, I mean, there's certainly all kinds of destinations that you can look forward to getting at, whether it be the landscape or friends, people you get to see. I think honestly, my favorite part is the kind of concentrated band experience. Like, you know, kind of being in this bubble with my band members where life is really essentially narrowed down to the acts of the band. And they just kind of concentrated artistic experience like that, you know? Because when we get off tour, we tend to part ways a little bit and obviously catch up with the rest of what life means. So when we're together on tour, it's this really nice tunnel vision of band. And that's always a really welcome sort of shift of focus about being on the road. And that's probably my favorite. I mean, there's obviously other merits to traveling and seeing places and performing. But the most consistent and the most reliable is just knowing I'm going to be on this bus with these 5 people for these many weeks, and then essentially that's all life's going to be.
Right, yeah. Well, you and Toby have been playing for a while together, right?
Yeah, since she was in the 8th grade, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome, yeah.
Full-grown adult.
So how does that, like, what's that like, just being able to play with the same person so long?
It's great. I mean, it's an ongoing, ever-shifting thing. I mean, it's been 20 plus years with them.
Wow.
But to this very day, there's still mysterious elements to how we operate and how we interact.
Yeah.
And so it's thankfully not felt at any point static.
Yeah.
And I think if anything, the longevity of our relationship enables it to not be static because we have at least the base level of comfort to be able to confront each other in whatever ways. Or, you know, and as we've gotten older, our lives have, when we started, we were essentially the same person, really, living life in exactly the same way on paper. And as we've gotten older, our lives have changed. individually, and those kinds of ways then come back to this sort of two-headed animal of us for, like, you know, the ways in which our experiences have diverged, we can now share with one another, rather than living this parallel lives. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, but it's been a very varied form of a relationship between he and I.
Yeah,
you know?
That's really great.
Yeah, it's worked out all right.
Yeah. So you guys do a lot of festivals?
Yeah, every summer we take as many as they'll give us. You know?
That's
kind of been our angle for years. Like, we rarely just actually tour in the summer. We just wait to see who wants us to come to their festival. And then we go there.
Yeah, that's great. So how does this festival compare to some of the others you've been to?
I've never been here before, and I've only had about an hour so far to soak it up, but like, I'm just noticing how incredible whatever was going on here 100 years ago was. I look forward to, we're in these trailers out there. I don't know if all this is tied in, but I was just like kind of walking around behind the trailer in the woods, and there's like these trails and all of these weird makeshift structures and stuff. What is this place?
So it's Sloss Furnaces. It used to be an old iron furnace. They'd pour iron in here, and actually it's one of the most haunted places in the United States.
Oh, really?
Top 10 most haunted.
Wow.
So if you're into that kind of stuff.
That was kind of the vibe behind the trailer.
It's creepy.
It's kind of a cult back there.
Yeah.
There's like a fake plywood church and stuff.
Yeah, I know. One of the other bands said, we saw some gallows back there. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, there's a cross with flames etched into it and stuff.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, it's pretty haunted, but they just, you know.
Haunted.
It's a cool place, so.
It's beautiful, all this ironwork.
Yeah, it's very historic, and it's cool that they've taken this site that's, you know, it's so Birmingham and made it a festival site. You know, it's a really good cultural festival.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah.
Is this the first year?
Second.
Second year?
Yeah. So, are you going to have some time to hang out for the rest of the day and see anybody else?
Oh, yeah, we'll be here well into the night.
Okay.
We got to get to Asheville, North Carolina by tomorrow afternoon, so we'll have till pretty late into the night to catch all the bands and stuff.